Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a prize win unboxing from the Immortal BiggieShaq to open. Thanks for joining me. Before we get to that, I want you to check out this recent AOK that arrived from Tony Fett. I love this Spider-Man trading card produced by Upper Deck. It contains authentic memorabilia from the production of the motion picture Spider-Man Homecoming. This is part of their webbed thread series. And from looking at the card, if I had to guess, I say it's material from the eye portion of Spider-Man's mask. That is so super cool. Thank you very much, Tony. I was aware of these cards and I've always wanted one, and now I do, courtesy of you. Very, very excited to have this in my collection. I just think these are very neat pieces of memorabilia to have. If you're not familiar with Tony Fett's channel, I've linked to him below in the description, and make sure to subscribe to him. You'll find some cool stuff, including interviews, comic shop reviews, and one thing that I really think that Tony and I have in common is the fact that we both enjoy autographed comic books. I enjoy autographs overall, which I'll actually be talking about a little bit later on in this video. But I know that Tony is specifically a comic book autograph collector as well, and has an amazing collection that he shows off. Tony is also part of the Retro Review, which you can catch on Saturday nights, rotating on his channel, as well as the other hosts. So you'll want to subscribe to him and enjoy the content that he's putting out. Tony, you're a great friend. Thank you so much for thinking of me and sending me one of these cards. I love it, and I'm super excited to have this in my collection. I've wanted one pretty much ever since I knew that they existed, and now I have one courtesy of you. It's truly appreciated, and thank you for your friendship. Awesome. I'd like to take this moment to give a shout out to some new subscribers to my channel in appreciation for them joining us. Thank you to T1 Collectibles and Gaming and R Ed. I guess that would make it red, but it's R space Ed. Both new subscribers to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure to head over and check out the content on their channels, because I'm going to be doing that as well. Recently, Comic Books NYC held a 900 sub push on his channel, and anytime that Comic Books NYC is holding an event, you know it's going to be fun, and it's going to include a lot of giveaways, and this was no exception. During this event, which by the way, he did hit 900 at that time, and he's now on his way working towards 1,000, so I'm linking him in the description to this video too if you're not subscribed to him, because you need to be. But during this event, besides Comic Books NYC handing out some prizes, other folks did, including the Immortal BiggieShaq. Now, Biggie is a comic book YouTube mainstay, but when you tell me or would ask me to think of my biggest memory concerning the Immortal BiggieShaq, that would have to be this summer when he was surprised out of his mind in receiving a Hulk #2. It was a gift from several people in the comic book community, myself included, and watching the look on his face when he realized he had this book, because it's something he really wanted, and then the price started to get out of his reach, and I remember him saying, that he kind of was giving up on it. Unbeknownst to him, the book had already been bought for him and was in the process of getting slabbed and sent to him. He actually his body has a physical reaction when he sees the book. And that memory I'll always hold with me. And I'm so thankful that I was asked and was able to participate in gifting Biggie something that means that much to him. But during Comic Book NYC's 900 push sub giveaway party hangout, Biggie was offering up a various lot of books. And the way that he did it was, each person in the chat was allowed one vote, and you couldn't vote for yourself. Vote for who should get this stack of books. And can you believe it was me that ended up with the most votes? That in itself right there felt like a prize. I never felt like the most popular guy in the crowd. And that night, my mouth was dropped open, and it was like, oh my God. And I just saw my name flooding in from all these different people. So thank you for thinking of me, everyone that did. Biggie, thanks for offering up this prize. That's super cool of you. He did show the books that are going to be in there, so I'm aware of what's inside. Let's put you into fast forward motion now so you can find out what's in the box. We have a stack of books, which is so exciting. Let's go through them. Starting out with a nice Scotty Young variant cover for Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. And I do dig that Scotty Young cover. That's very cool. And it looks like on the other side, yeah, there we have a Star Wars Shattered Empire. Of course, that's the Ewok cover. Looks like you're getting a little bit of glare. Let me tell you something really cool about that picture. I have an autographed picture of Warwick Davis, that exact same picture signed and personalized to me. So I'm very familiar with this picture. It's a great photo too. And let me tell you something else about this too. When Bake the Snake saw that I had won this lot, which included this book, he said, "Lasso, I will trade you some snacks for that Ewok book." Let me tell you what's going to happen. I am not going to trade with Bake the Snake, but I am going to AOK the book to him with some other books in the future. So Bake, that's going to come your way because it's a very cool book and I like it, but I know it means a lot to you. So I want to share the wealth here. That's cool. We have more Star Wars action. Jedi of the Republic, issue number 1. I like that. Look at Mace there, being badass like we expect him always to be. That's super cool. Nice coloring on that too. And on the back side of that, I think that these covers are so cool. The ones that look like the carded action figures from back in the day. I just think those are so cool. As a matter of fact, at my LCS, during my last trip there, I saw one that had the Darth Vader head carrying case as the cover, and I thought that was funny too. But I don't have any of these covers, and they just look so realistic to me that I've always wanted one. And Walrus Man was always a very memorable character from the Star Wars universe, even though he wasn't used very much, hanging out in the Creature Cantina. Hanging out in the Creature Cantina, I should say. So I'm super excited to have one of these action figure cover variants. I just think that that's really cool. Mace Windu. Mace Windu number 2, which rhymes. Great cover there. Iconic shot from A New Hope with Vader and Obi-Wan fighting. I like that. And on the back side, we have Deadpool number 13. Cool kick-ass cover. See Daredevil on there. Iron Fist, Power Man. Nice. I like it. None of these books I have either, so I'm going to have some great new reading too. Vader Down. At least I think that's what it is. Yeah, Vader Down. It's issue number 1 of the 6-issue limited series. Vader looking bad ass on that cover too. I love it. That's awesome. I'm a Star Wars fan. Have been since A New Hope. This I remember Biggie showing when he was giving away, mentioning how it's kind of a nice Halloween-themed cover. This is Adventure Comics number 408, and I was super excited that this was included, no pun intended, with Supergirl being on the cover. But the reason I was excited was I am collecting the run of Adventure Comics that featured Supergirl as the lead in the primary, and this is one of the issues that I don't have. Cool. I always kind of liked that costume too. She went through a lot of different costume incarnations in Adventure Comics during this era, and this was always one of my favorites with the high boots. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, very, very happy. Thanks, Biggie. We have Amazing Fantasy number 12, featuring Scorpion. Don't know a whole lot about this book, but I'm anxious to check it out. Looks cool. Then on the back side, we have Batman number 509, I believe. Part 1 of Night's End. That looks cool. You can't go wrong with a Batman book. And it does not escape me that it's a DC Universe variant. I don't have many DC Universe variants. I think this is my second. So I'm happy. I've wanted some DC Universe variants in my collection, and I'm happy to have this in here. Then we have Star Wars, The Storms of Crate. Oh yeah, I remember that scene from the movie. This is issue number 1. Very nice. On the back side, we have Star Wars Princess Leia, issue number 1. And as I was talking about before with Warwick Davis and my autograph photo, that's just like the cover of that comic book, I have an autographed Carrie Fisher photo, and it's this photo. So I think it might be kind of cool, maybe eventually, to frame them up together. Someday I've got to tell my story on my Carrie Fisher autograph, because I have a Carrie Fisher autograph of this photo, authentically signed by her. I have the exact same photo as well that she didn't sign, but someone else did. And if I had to guess, I think it was her mother, Debbie Reynolds, that signed it. There were rumors that Debbie Reynolds sometimes signed Carrie Fisher's autographs for her through the mail. So I kind of have a real and a fake of the same photo. And interestingly enough, the writing on my fake Carrie Fisher completely matches the writing on my Debbie Reynolds autograph too. Same handwriting. I'll get more into that story sometime in the future, but I really love having this book, especially because of that photo cover, and that's the photo that I have signed of Carrie Fisher. Yeah, that's neat. So we're recapping for you some great prizes that I picked up courtesy of the Immortal BiggieShaq, which he gave away during Comic Book NYC's 900 sub push. Now Comic Book NYC will be pushing to his 1000 giveaway. Link to Comic Books NYC is in the description. A link to BiggieShaq is in the description. Because you know what? Biggie really isn't all that far away from getting himself to the 1000 mark too. He's such a great supporter of the comic book YouTube and Instagram community. It wouldn't be the same without Biggie being there. I have a standard greeting for Biggie that I only use with him when I see him in the chat. I always salute him. So salute the Immortal BiggieShaq. And Biggie, we're saluting you today in this video as well, as I thank you for offering up these great prize wins. And I thank everyone who picked me to be the recipient of them. That was like a second prize in itself. Very, very happy here. While we're talking about subscribing to people and being aware of their channels, thank you for watching my video. Please comment below what you thought of these books. Let's dialogue about them. If you want to talk about BiggieShaq, we can talk about him in the comment section. We can talk about Comic Books NYC or Tony Fett or any other of the great YouTube community that I feel so fortunate to be a part of. Please subscribe to my channel. You know, I've heard people say that you're not supposed to say that in your YouTube videos, or YouTube does something with the algorithm if you say that. I'm not sure. I need to research that a little bit more to see if it's true or not. But I do appreciate everyone that's supported me so far, and by subscribing, it is a great way to show support to this channel. Clicking the notification bell informs you, so you'll be the first to know when new content is added to this channel. And there's going to be new content coming. In future videos, I have more prize winnings. I have been in a really big good luck streak lately. So we have more prize winnings coming. We have a Michael Ackery 4.0 mystery box to unbox in the future. I have other comic book editions to show you, some back issues that I picked up from my collection. I know I teased this in a few videos back, but I got a book that I think would have been my #1 goal book to get for 2021. See, I fortunately already accomplished my entire goal list of 2020. So I started thinking ahead, what am I going to do for 2021? And I scooped up a book that I think would have been #1 on that list. So I need to show that to you as well. Kind of like the squirrel that's outside, getting the nuts ready and gathering them, saving them for the fall. As the weather turns colder, I'm getting my books together so I'll have a lot of great stuff to enjoy and read during the winter hiatus when I go into hibernation. Thanks again for joining me on this YouTube video. Thank you again, BiggieShaq. Thank you, Comic Books NYC. Thank you, Tony Fett, great folks in the industry. And thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.